All right, boom. So we live on my channel right now.
We live on my channel as well.
All right, so check this out. Right now, where Jasmine and I from the Comfort Zone are doing a cross-platform YouTube live stream to address. Sis, what we addressing? I don't even.
All right, so basically, we did a video on someone called BeenBad Spills about a week ago. The video was basically just us having a simple discussion on the fact that she outed a lot of men in Trenton, and she's a transgender woman. And so we did a video, and from the beginning, from hearing the information from the beginning, we didn't understand why she outed these men. We didn't understand the reasoning. We didn't know what was going on. We was just having a simple discussion about not only her, but a lot of people, because we also mentioned Corinne Steffens. You know what I'm saying? And we also, talked about other things when it came to transgender men and women. So basically, after doing that, a few people that um that follows her also, watched the video, and they felt as though we needed to connect. So uh at that point, Kev connected with Ben Bad, and he explained to her, that we did the video and how we would love to have her come on our show for an interview. Everything was okay.
And let me throw in real quick why I wanted to do that. So, um, about a year ago on my podcast, and it's still on my YouTube channel to this day. You can see how old it is. I did a podcast with my cousin, my blood cousin, who is also a member of the LGBTQ community. We talked about transgender bathrooms, and then we talked about, should transgenders disclose their status, when they meet someone who might not be transgender or might not necessarily be attracted to transgenders or might not even be, homosexual or bisexual or whatever. So that was the conversation we had. So when me and Jasmine started doing these YouTubes together, just because I feel like it's a dope discussion and I wanted to know her feedback, I suggested that we talk about the same thing. So we decided to do this blog. And in the midst of us doing the blog, she told me about the Ben Bass Bill story that she heard. So the problem is, some of the people who saw the stream, I guess, ran back and made it seem as though me talking about should transgenders disclose and us having that discussion, and then right alongside that in the same stream, us having the discussion of why this person was exposing these men. I guess she took it as we were saying that she wasn't disclosing to them. I'm pretty sure that was never mentioned in the stream. So so when some of the people were hitting us up like, yo, the reason why she's doing that is because of, what's going on in Trenton right now, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, okay, we from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised in New Jersey. So I'm like, if that's the case and there's more to the story, let me hit her up so I can see if we can, what I'm saying? Like clear the air, let her kind of, what I'm saying, tell her story and all that. I hit her up on Instagram like minutes before she did her live stream. And the conversation was amicable. It was calm. It was cool. She did voice that she was a little bit offended because some people were telling her that, we were attacking her, and she kind of felt like she was being attacked when she watched the video. And I was like, that's just a misconception. What we were talking about had nothing to do with you pertaining to whether or not transgenders discuss exactly who they are and what their status is. That part had nothing to do with you. So I thought we cleared that up. And she goes, okay, that's cool. It's a misunderstanding type thing. 5 minutes later, sister's hitting me up like, yo, she on live right now, like coming at us. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna have to address it. So we about to address it. So what's your thoughts, sis?
So um once okay, so once we had an understanding that Now, now I understand. Someone actually comment comment under the video that we posted and explained that there were two, well, not even, they commented and said that it was something going on with transgender men and women, that two there's violence against these people in Trenton. So me, I live very, very, very close to Trenton, and
Mm-hmm.
a few of my coworkers explained to me that it was two deaths within the transgender community in Trenton. And at that point, I then understood that, okay, this is what she's doing. She's basically standing up for her community. And I
Right.
salute that. I salute
Mm-hmm.
that. I totally agree with what she did, and I understand what she did. Now, my thoughts on her going on live and addressing the BS.
Right.
Now, I would have respected more you addressing it with us first.
Right.
Now, I have no issues with saying, okay, this is what went on. At first we went on, we recorded a video not knowing. That was
Mm-hmm.
wrong of us. We should have did our research, and then we should have had a conversation about it. But we didn't. But that's because the live was never to bash anyone.
Exactly.
The platform that we created with Kevin CTV and the Comfort Zone is just simply five young people having discussions about topics that people are are scared to talk about, nervous to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and just simply don't know enough to talk about. It's
Right.
never a situation where we're trying to down someone for what they did or take away from them standing up for themselves. We're never doing that. But to go on your platform
Mm-hmm.
and bash us for something that we're doing that's very positive. We never bashed anybody. I never said anybody was wrong for doing anything in any way. At the end of the day, I am a part of the LGBTQ community, and I wholly support everybody that's in that community. I mean, I'm okay with you being who you are. That's just it. I mean, Kevin is not a part of the LGBT community, but that's my brother and he supports me and
Mm-hmm.
whoever else he knows that's in that community. I'm I'm actually very taken back by the fact that she thought that we was talking about her or
Right.
bashing her in a sense, because that's never, if I chose to bash you, we would never have invited you to come
Exactly. Exactly.
speak on our
And
platform. And
and then to
by
have that be misconstrued as, yo, they just want views or they see that I'm popping and I'm nah, we just real people, we genuine people. You know what I'm saying? We see that we're all from the same state. We just real genuine people who feel like, okay, maybe we made a mistake and jumped the gun a little bit and talking about something that we didn't necessarily know. But even for anybody who took the video out of context, if you watch the whole blog, because it's still on the channel, all throughout the video, I'm saying stuff like, if this is what this person is doing and she's exposing them, we need to know why because it's unsafe for her. I always approached it as, that's a potentially unsafe situation for the person, to expose these men because you don't know what their reaction is going to be. I never once, or Jasmine never once said, this person is crazy for doing this. We kept asking the question all throughout the whole blog was, we don't know the reason why this is the case and we need to try and figure out why. So if this is just a matter of her feeling attacked and the wrong people going back to her saying, yo, they talking shit, they doing this, they doing that, that's cool. I can understand. We can explain that miscommunication. What I don't appreciate though is when I reach out to you, I talk to you, the energy is one way, and then I'm apologizing genuinely and I'm saying I want you on the channel to help you get your word out for whatever you were doing. And just because I want this, my channel, and I know Jasmine wants her channel to be credible, we don't want issues with people thinking that we just put information out there or we're attacking people. So because you felt that way, me being the kind of person I am, I wanted to reach out to you to make sure there was no issues because my channel was created to bring people together, not push people farther apart. So for you to say, oh, they just want attention or they just want this, they just want that. I'm never here for attention. I'm just here to bring, you know, I'm here to bring positive energy to situations that we all have to deal with every day in, day out. And that's why Jasmine's here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And to address the views, I have never been a person that cared about who was watching me, how many people was watching me, where they watching me from,
Mm-hmm.
what they think about me, and I will never use another person to build a following for myself.
Right.
We recorded that video because because the idea came from me because I live very close to Trenton and it was something that was talked about, but I thought it was interesting. Why did I
Mm-hmm.
think it was interesting? And I'm sure I didn't watch the video, but I'm sure I voiced in a video that there's a lot of down low men that's sleeping with
Mm-hmm.
transgender women. I voiced that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very aware of that. And I feel as though in order for people love the messiness. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy for somebody to run back to another person and say, "Oh, they was talking about you." This is not what we're doing. We don't talk
Right.
about people. We're not using nobody else's downfalls or nobody else's um disabilities or nobody else's problems to bring any extra views or any extra clout to our platform. It's no need
Right.
for that because
Right.
people gonna watch what they want to watch at the end of the day. It's not necessary to down somebody or make a person look bad. That was never the objection when it came to making that video. It was
Facts.
never. Everything that we do, we're just basically dissecting every situation, every
Right.
discussion, every topic that we talk about. We're just a group of people dissecting it, getting to the bottom of how we feel and our opinions,
Right.
just believing that maybe somebody can learn from what we feel or our opinions on it, or the situations we've been through and things we've seen and we've heard. Like that's just basically what it is.
Right. And it gives people who are dealing with those same situations to be like, yo, because we've been already been hit up by people saying, yo, what y'all doing is it's dope. You know, the fact that y'all are talking about these things. And see, my thing is, right, if we were here for drama, if we were here for smoke, if we were here to create issues, that's not that's not a hard thing to do. That's not a stretch. I'm about that life if I need to be. And Jasmine's about that life if she needs to be. But if we were here just for views and we were here just for popularity, we wouldn't be talking about the things we're talking about. Because I feel like we have to go out of our way to convince people, to make people feel comfortable enough to even want to discuss these things because they're not easy to talk about. So if you want views, this is the last thing you talk about. This is real shit that we as young adults, with all different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying, all different sexual orientations, especially being minorities in this country, it's hard enough for us. So why do we want to make it harder by talking about shit that people want to avoid as much as they can?
Well, and I also want to she also mentioned something, and well, are you hating or are you mad because I have
Yeah.
5,000 views plus and you
You
got
about to get me upset, yo.
300 views? Let me say this: if I wanted to use you as a come up, or if I wanted to use anybody as a come up, somebody with 5,000 views or 5,000 subscribers is not going to be that one.
Right.
That's what you need to understand. It was
Right.
I was actually in agreement with you, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually was interested in your situation and in your
Mm-hmm.
videos. It was never uh well, oh, we could come up off of her. No, I would never use nobody else's bad situation to come up off of, especially not somebody that's only getting 5,000 views. Let's not
Right.
mistake. If I'm going to use somebody and bash them and try to come up off, it's going to be somebody with a lot more than 5,000 views.
Right.
Let's be
You
clear.
don't you don't case a bank all week to hit one fucking teller. You know what I'm saying? You're going for the goddamn safe. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
then also too, what's crazy is this is getting me amped a little bit. I'm trying. Listen, I don't have any beef with anybody in the LGBTQ community. I don't have any beef with anybody who's transgender. I don't have any beef with anybody who's different from me or has different views. I have an issue with an individual who just doesn't keep the same energy. I keep going back to that. You know, if there was legitimately an issue and if there was legitimately the way that you came across on screen in that live is like it's like you there was smoke, like there was really an issue. And if there was, from my perspective, if I had that much of an issue with somebody because of something I saw and I wasn't even willing to have the conversation, I wouldn't even respond to their message. When I DM'd you on Instagram, it was me coming from a humble place. Now I noticed you talked a lot in your live about being humble, but when you're a humble person, you don't got to speak that. Your actions and your energy shows that. And me going out on a ledge and taking a chance to reach out to a person I don't know, never met before, just to be like, yo, if something came off a little bit crazy, I apologize. I want to invite you on our platform. That's me taking a chance. That's humble. That's me humbling myself and not being prideful and saying to myself, you know, maybe I had this person wrong, or maybe we said things, even if not intentional, unintentionally, that this person may have taken the wrong way. So let me reach out and make sure that we're good. That's the kind of person I've always been. And so for you to respond and engage with me and be like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. I'll go on your show. I understand, you know, whatever, whatever. Some people told me I should go on your show and that, you know, what y'all doing over there is not, you know, what I thought it was. And then you went alive really being like, I have a problem with people who deal with persecution and who talk about being judged, but then they give off this energy as if they're better than other people. I have a problem with that, sis.
Um, I have a problem with that too. I mean, my energy is always positive, and I keep the same energy at all
Right,
times. What you see
right.
is what you get at all times. I am
It's a fact.
completely 100 in everything that I speak about, every situation that I deal with, and I'm like, it's just not that serious. It was never that serious. I'm never that pressed to get
Right.
views for me to have to use somebody else's upcoming, because that's what you have going on your platform,
Hmm.
to basically boost myself up. We started from the bottom.
Exactly.
You
And you're
you hopped
coming.
on. Don't get me wrong. She hopped on YouTube and she shot right on up. And
Hmm.
I salute you for that. You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But we started from the bottom. We started from the bottom, and yes, I mean, we don't have that many views. We don't have that many followers, subscribers. We don't. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that
Right.
because that was never the point of being a
Right.
YouTuber. If we
And
wanted that, go ahead.
the difference is too, right? Not to cut you off, is the people that have subscribed to our channel so far, the people that do watch our shit and come back and watch more, we know that something that we're saying resonates with them. Anybody can subscribe to and watch like a hot wave or something that seems like it's, you know what I'm saying, like exploitive. Because when you're coming up off, like you even said it in your live stream, you're coming up off of exposing other men with interactions you've had with them. We're not exposing anyone. We're coming up maybe slowly, but we're coming up talking about real situations that people really are depressed over in their lives, are confused about, don't know who to talk to about, don't know if they're the only ones dealing with it. So if I would rather have 100 subscribers who feel the content that I'm pushing out and subscribe than to have 100,000 subscribers because it was a hot moment and they here for that excitement for now, but they might not be here 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now. And I'm not saying that that's going to be your situation. I'm just saying we're okay with what we're doing because we're doing what we're doing for the right reasons. And that's why it's so exciting when somebody gets on a live stream and says we're not doing things for the right reason. Because I would never come at your character, and I'm not about to let anybody come to my character. And that's, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're not gonna make this a very long
Nah.
response because it's not that important. Yes, we did invite BeenBad Spills onto our
Mm-hmm.
show just so she could voice how she feel about the situation and give us a better clarity on this, why, and not that she owes us any explanations. You don't owe
Of
anybody any
course.
explanation, but it's just at the end of the day we set our side. Let's she say her side. But now after reporting live, we don't think that that serious. It's a good idea. It's not a good idea for us because
Yeah.
she also mentioned that she was going to get us, quote, get us together on our platform.
No, and I'm with the smoke. Listen, if you still want to come on the platform, because listen, you can't get somebody together or check someone who's not against you. We're not against you. You see what I'm saying? So if we're putting this out there, and if you still say, yeah, I'm gonna come on your show, check who, check who
Who you
is what I'm
who
saying.
gonna check me? Who gonna check? You
Right.
can't check me because my opinion is always gonna be my opinion.
And
It's
I'm gonna stand on
never
that
gonna change for
regardless. That's a
nobody.
fact.
Never
That's a
gonna
fact.
change for nobody. But listen, at the end of the day, if you know what, how about this? If you still want to come on after seeing this response to your video to your live, then all right, we'll talk about it. But other than that, I don't think you handled that situation right. I
Nah.
respect the fact that you was able to stand up and put yourself out there to get your views and get your YouTube popping, and that's dope. You
Mm-hmm.
seen what you wanted and you went for it. That's great. Was we ever bashing you? No. Was we having a simple, calm discussion about a situation that we heard of in Trenton, New Jersey? Yes, that's what we did, and that's what we're going to continue to do, and nobody's going to
Mm-hmm.
change that. That's
Right.
what everybody needs to understand. Your followers and our followers. And for everybody that feels though we hating, I'm never hating on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Never hating on nobody. Have no reason to hate on anybody. I'm okay with you doing what you do on your platform. I'm okay with that.
Facts.
So that
And for the people,
if you still want to come on this platform and address, the BS as you say, just know there's no getting together. I'm never gonna change.
right? And
I'm
for the
never
people
gonna
who
change.
watch, the people who watch the content on either side, whether it's our side, her side, or both sides, before you run back and play telephone with information that can very easily be taken out of context, be careful because these are the types of situations that you could potentially start. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with it because, like I said, I'm gonna always stand behind whatever I do or say, right or wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll apologize for it. But it's not going to be nobody's going to get me together or check me, or it's not going to be that.
But see, it's very clear on the type of people that we're
Right.
that's up here. Because
Mm-hmm.
if we listen, if we was willing, if we wanted to use that as a way to get clout or
Mm-hmm.
views or subscribers, we could have just not responded and let her come on our show and get us together. That would have got
Mm-hmm.
us views just like she thought us
Mm-hmm.
bashing her got us views. That's
Mm-hmm.
what she don't understand. You getting us together, so you say, would have got us just as many views as you got. So the choice that we're making right now is to show you we
Mm-hmm.
don't need you to come on our show.
Mm-hmm.
We chose to have you come on our show just so we can have a better understanding. We can have a better understanding. That's it.
Right.
That's exactly what it was. So we can have a better understanding. And anybody else that's watching our videos can have a better understanding. It was never a need to get
Facts.
views and subscribers and have some type of clout going on. That's never
Mm-hmm.
the case. So getting us together, if you feel like you can still get us together, try me.
Right. And you talked about in your stream. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. You talked about, you're doing what you're doing to get to the bag, and everybody should leave you alone if we're just hating or we just want to be against you and we just want to attack you. That's cool. Get to the bag. I'm doing what I'm doing to get to change in the world. If the bag comes with that, the bag comes with it. If it don't, I'm still gonna be me and get up and go to work every day like I've been doing for the past, what I'm saying, my entire adult life to take care of my
That's it.
kids. So
That's it. Because what they don't understand is right now we taking our time out to record these
right.
videos. We record every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and sometimes we get on throughout the week. But I still
Hmm.
have a full-time job that I have to go to every single day.
And I got
Getting
two
the
full
bag
time
is
jobs.
all good. But that ain't what I'm about to sit up here and stress myself about for YouTube. I'm not
Right.
about to do that. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I'm not about to cause messiness in my life in order to get
Right.
to that bag. I'm not
And
about to do
definitely
that.
not no bad karma. Definitely not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And
saying? Because
salute to
I
all
got.
my LGBTQ community because listen, I don't want y'all to drag me. I'm all for y'all. I'm all for y'all. I'm never
Hmm.
against nobody in that community. I'm just simply speaking on my opinion. I'm speaking my opinion just like the other four people that's you
Right.
know speaking on the shows. That's all that is. That's all that is. It's never bashing. We're never
Hmm.
bashing. Everybody has their own opinion. People need to stop thinking that because it's not your opinion, because it's
Hmm.
not something that you agree with, that it's negative. That's not
Right.
the
Right.
Everybody has different things. Just
Right.
the negative said it has towards you at you. That's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. This platform wasn't made to make shots at people or different communities or different type of people, different sexes or different sexual orientations, however you want to look at it. This is not what we was doing. This is not why we created this platform, and we're
Right.
going to continue to do the same things that we've been doing because it's a very positive thing. And if people can't understand that, then you don't have to watch us.
Right. That's a
So
fact.
at
And
that,
listen, I'm not about bashing the community either, but I want to be clear as to why that is. I joke a lot and I say I don't want smoke with the community, but I'll accept smoke from anywhere it comes from because, I'm about respect above all things. But I'm about, at this point in my life, I'm wary of karma. I have three children. You know what I'm saying? I can never bash anybody in the LGBTQ community because at any point in time in the next few years, any one of or all three of my kids can come to me and say, hey, I'm a lesbian or I'm homosexual or I feel like I should have been a male or you know what I'm saying? And can I look at them crazy? They're my children. So I have to be right and do what's right regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I have to treat people the same way I would want, my children to treat people. And if I'm responsible for teaching them what's right and being right and doing what's expected of them, then I have to be that example. And that's why it's not in my character to do the things that this person is accusing us of doing. So I'm gonna say my last thoughts. I'm gonna say, as far as BeenBad Spills goes, more power to you. I hope that you continue on your movement. Um, I apologize if something ever came off as you feeling attacked because that's never my intentions. Um, if you still after this insist on it being an issue and you want to do live or you want whatever, I mean I'll entertain it because I might not have nothing better to do that day. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Do you? And as long as what you do and how you live your life don't affect me or my family in a negative way, I got no issue with it. I got no issue with it.
well, my last thoughts are, I, I, I you know what?
I really could take it there, sis, but you
Salute,
know what I'm
salute to
saying?
you, salute to you, BeenBad. Salute to you.
Yeah,
You.
facts.
You know what? You know what I appreciate. This what I'm gonna say. This my last thoughts. I appreciate that you bold.
Hmm.
I appreciate that.
And
I
don't even know how
appreciate
bold
that.
you are. Don't even know
Yes,
how bold you are.
I appreciate that you're bold. It's not a lot of people out here bold enough to do the things that
Nah,
you have done.
yeah.
I appreciate. Salute to you. Salute to you for being the person that you are and not
Hmm.
changing. Cause salute to you. Salute to you for being able to speak on things that may cause a lot of messiness in life, but you still chose to speak on it. Salute to you. You are bold. You are bold,
It's a
and
fact.
not a lot of people have that heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna say salute to you. I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm going to end with. But everybody else,
Yeah.
keep watching,
Be
because we're
yeah.
not negative people. Keep
Right.
watching. Keep watching. We some dope as five different people with different personalities on these two platforms, and we speak about dope ass shit that nobody wants to speak about, and we dissect them, and we have dope ass discussion and dope ass conversations, and we're still able to be friends at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of all these lives, we still friends, even though it may get heated, even though we may be
Mm-hmm.
disagreements, we still at the end of it all, we still able to be cool. And that's real. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
real.
It's a
That's
fact.
what a lot of people don't have. And you know what? I'm still gonna watch Ben Bad Spills, because at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, it's dope that she can stand up for herself and she can speak upon things, and she don't have a problem with speaking how she feels, just like we don't.
Yeah, but just be,
That's it.
just my last word of advice for you though. That's all great. You know what I'm saying? It is a rare thing these days. But be careful with that. And I say that not, I'm saying in no judgmental way or anything like that. I just say that if you spend so much time thinking that you have to always defend yourself, you might start to defend yourself against people who are not attacking you, people who could be allies of yours. Because you never know what potential situation you could end up in, where you may need those same people that you pushed away because you thought they were attacking you. You may need those same people to ride out for you. You know what I'm saying? And we those types of people. So just be careful. Not everybody's attacking you. Some people make mistakes, but always be willing to sit at the table with the people who are willing to admit those mistakes, and you know what I'm saying, who approach it, in a real humble way. That's it, man. That's it.
All right, Joe. We not
All
gonna
right,
continue on with
yeah.
this.
So we won't drag this out no more. So well, I guess we'll see y'all in the next live stream. Um, I don't know. I got a bunch of shit going on with this channel. Y'all all know, if y'all saw my blog earlier today, that I'm starting roundtable epilogues at the end of every round stream that we do. Everything that Kevin was not able to say because you know shit got cut short, or certain people on the panel didn't want to go further. It's gonna be my afterthoughts. So I'm gonna take whatever I couldn't say, whatever I felt about the roundtable, and I'm gonna put it on that series. So that was supposed to start tonight. I was supposed to do the last roundtable that we did. I was going to do my first blog on that tonight with my afterthoughts on the whole religion talk, but I had to address this. So I did it, and then starting tomorrow, I'm gonna get into that afterthought shit. And then I guess we'll see y'all again on Tuesday.
First, let me just say, if the video seems like the sound is kind of messed up, or the camera is in and out, or I'm looking at one camera and not looking at the, it's because we're streaming from both shows right now, and this is actually like a practice run. We have never done
Yeah.
this before, but we felt like this needed to be on both platforms because she addressed both of us.
Mm-hmm. Those
So
edges, they need to be on both platforms, though, nigga.
I
Them
know. Hey,
edges
listen,
hurt.
let me address that too. I look a hot mess.
Yo,
These
them
edges is
edges, son.
poking out. But listen. Let me tell you something.
I still take your chick, nigga. That's basically where
Let
we
me
going
tell
with
you
this.
something. I'm still bagging the baddies. How about that? I'm still bagging. And listen, let me say this too. My birthday on Saturday, so
Facts.
when you see me tomorrow, because I'm gonna hop, not tomorrow. When you see me, I might hop on in here tomorrow. But Saturday, my birthday, when I hop on here, I'm gonna be a whole nother bitch. How about
Facts.
that?
Facts.
How about that? But
Facts.
I'm out. I'm not about to address the BS no more. I'm out.
Hey yo, y'all viewers that are running back right now to let her know that we was live streaming. I'll be waiting for the comments to see what comes next. All
How
right.
about, you know what? Hold up, before we check out. Hey yo, everybody that's running back, or that feels need to go run back and tell her that we stream this. How about you comment and let us know that that's you? How about that? How about
Right.
that?
Right.
So we can talk to
So
you
we can
too. How about
address
that?
you. So we can address you.
Exactly. So we can talk
Right.
to you too.
Exactly.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah. Look out for that Usher review, album review. All right. We out. Peace and love.